What is going on, you guys? Petplatypus here, and it's time to talk about Attack on Titan, Episode 31. Or Season 2, Episode... actually, I don't fucking remember, but who cares? We have Titan identities to talk about. Yeah, this episode's a pretty big deal. We find out the identities of two of the Titans we've been seeing for a while. You could maybe even say it's a colossally big deal. That was terrible, I'm sorry. But anyways, we do find out Armored Titan, Colossal Titan, Bertold, or whatever the hell the fuck you say his name, and Reiner. And I like the way they drop this. I know I'm going for the throat on this episode, but I like the way they drop this. The way, I don't love it, you know, the reveal could have been maybe better or more, like, dramatic or whatever, but I do like that the writer actually chose to go for a more subtle approach. Like, as everyone's walking away and they're having their conversations, they just slip in, like, hey, we're the Armored Titan, we're the Colossal Titan, we tried to destroy humanity, but that doesn't matter now. They slip all of that dialogue in, kind of in the background, kind of subtly, and it's kind of cool that way, you know? Like, I don't love it. Could have been more dramatic. Don't really have a preference either way. I just think it's a nice, interesting way of doing it. Especially since the identity of Titan shifters is kind of a big deal in this series. To casually just slip it in like that, I think, is unique. And of course, we find out that Eren is taking this monumentally well because they kind of figured this out 12 hours ago. We get the little investigation. They realize, oh, Reiner was in Annie's hand, he escaped, but then she was looking at her palm, and it's like, what if he wrote a message? And they put the pieces together, and then Mikasa gives no fucks. She just jumps in there, slicing throats, fucking people up, and they still end up transforming. There's this really cool animated shot where Eren's like, you traitors, and it pans around him as he transforms. Thumbnail, at least once the transformation's done, that's a really cool angle. And that's where the episode ends. So another monumental cliffhanger with a Titan transformation. But yeah, it was still a really good episode. Obviously, that's the big takeaway, is the reveal of the Colossal Titan and the Armored Titan, especially the Colossal Titan specifically, because he's just so huge and so massive and kicked the wall in and got everything started. And of course, the Armored Titan was there, but the Colossal Titan's just so fucking massive, and we find out that it's this Bertold guy who we hardly ever see. Yeah, I mean, I hope there's more to him as a character, because he's like a big deal. He's the Colossal Titan, and as a character, he's really not that interesting, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see how that goes. We get much more on Reiner in this episode, and I didn't really pick up on this as much when I read the manga, but it does seem like he is having a bit of a change of heart. Now, of course, he's going to fight Eren in the next episode, and I know what happens in the manga. I'm not going to go into all of that, but in this episode, they touch on him seeming to have really grown attached to these characters, you know, being a cadet and everything. It seems like he's changed as a person, or there's a bit of change in him. Whether that'll go anywhere, I don't really know. I never got that far in the manga, but it's still an interesting little tidbit to throw in there. We also find out that there is pretty much certainty that there is no hole in the wall. They've gone all the way around it. They met up with other people searching other parts of the wall, because obviously it's a fucking massive wall. And they pretty much find no hole. Not pretty much, that is what happens. They find no hole in the wall at all. How the Titans get there, they still don't know. Still seems painfully obvious as an audience member, but I don't know. They'll figure it out. But first, they gotta deal with more Titan shifters, because that was the big finale of the episode. The big final part was them transforming. And that's pretty much the episode. There's really not much to say. The big reveal is the big part of story progression that makes this a great episode. The animation was really good as well. I like them investigating, figuring out the subtle hints that were left in previous episodes and previous manga chapters that would lead to this reveal. You know, you can actually watch the episodes and like go back. You can go back and watch the first season, or go back and watch earlier episodes of this season. You can see the subtle hints, and that's how you do a good twist. You do a good twist where you don't see it coming, but once it's revealed and then you go back and watch it, you see the hints. It wasn't just out of nowhere. That's a good twist, and they did a good job with that here. The only thing I didn't like in this episode is that the Colossal Titan is CGI. I have no idea why they chose to do that. I mean, I get that he's big, but he's still a Titan. He still looks like Eren or fucking Reiner. Like, he's still... And Reiner's pretty damn detailed, too, but he's not CGI, so I don't know why the Colossal Titan is CG. I think that's really fucking weird, but whatever. He stands out. He sticks out like a sore thumb, kind of, but he's not the worst CGI I've ever seen. He blends... I don't want to say good, but he blends, like, decently enough. Like, you see, it's like, oh, he's CGI. That kind of sucks. But it doesn't totally destroy your immersion. At least it didn't for me. It's okay, I guess. Hopefully he's not CGI all the time. I think when his arm went over them, it was 2D. So hopefully he's not CGI all the time, because yeah, that's like up close CGI. That's not CGI in the distance with like multiple Titans. This is like an up close Titan. So yeah. And again, Reiner's not, so I have no idea what the fuck. But whatever. Animation other than that is really good in this episode. The music placement's really good. The story progression's solid. You know, that reveal, these are guys who from like episode 1, you know, it's been like, oh, Colossal Titan, Armor Titan, what's up with them? Why are they different? And as you go through and you find out about Annie and you find out about Eren, it's like, oh, maybe they're intelligent. They seem to be more intelligent than other Titans, so maybe they're shifters as well. And this is something that's been set up for a long time. So to get that reveal in this episode is a huge, monumental deal. A colossal, I had to bring it back, a colossal deal, if you will. Sorry about that. But anyways, joking aside, it really is a really solid episode. It's a solid episode with an ending that really heavily elevates it because of how big that reveal is. Also finding out that there's no hole in the wall, that's a big deal. You know, raising more questions, answering a few questions. It's a really solid 8.5 to 9 episode of Attack on Titan. It probably would have gotten like a 7.5, 8. Good episode, but with that reveal at the end and how monumental that is, definitely pushes it up to like a 8.5, 9 out of 10 episode. Really solid. But what did you guys think of this episode of Attack on Titan? Have you read the manga? Did you know this twist was coming? If you haven't read the manga and this was your first time seeing the twist, what did you guys think of it? Was your mind blown? Did you like how it was revealed? Go ahead and tell me in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up and share it on social media. Both those would help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already, or if you like what you've seen here, click that little bell to get notifications when my videos go up. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.